In Wednesday's electrifying episode of Days of Our Lives, the long-awaited truth behind the fake Abigail's identity was finally unveiled, delivering a shocking twist that left viewers speechless. The mystery that had gripped Salem for weeks has now come to light, and what we've learned is nothing short of jaw-dropping. The woman posing as Abigail is none other than the sister of Dr. Mark Greene. Annalyn McCord, who made her Days debut this year, has certainly shaken things up, bringing a character so full of deception that even the savviest of Salem's residents were fooled. The story began to unravel when Chad, still reeling from the loss of his wife Abigail, received an unexpected tip from Clyde. Clyde hinted that Abigail might still be alive, giving Chad a glimmer of hope and a reason to dig deeper. His quest for the truth led him on a dangerous journey, one that involved teaming up with Jack to follow Clyde's lead to his hometown, Poplar Bluff. The search was intense, and just when it seemed like the trail had gone cold, Chad and Jack stumbled upon a shocking discovery. Hidden away, tied up and helpless, was none other than John Black. This strange turn of events only added to the growing mystery. While John's appearance raised questions of its own, it was the encounter with a mysterious woman that truly sent shockwaves through Salem. At first glance, Chad could tell that this woman wasn't his wife. She didn't look like Abigail, but desperate for answers, and hoping against hope that some part of his beloved Abigail had survived, Chad decided to take her back to Salem. Jack, equally driven by the desire to reunite with his daughter, supported the decision, and together they put their faith in science, hoping that a DNA test would finally put their fears to rest. Back in Salem, Dr. Kayla Johnson was tasked with running the DNA test. When the results came in, everyone was stunned. According to the test, this mysterious woman was indeed Abigail. But as with so many things in Salem, nothing is ever as simple as it seems. It didn't take long for Chad and Jack to realize that something was terribly wrong. Their suspicions grew, and eventually the truth was uncovered. Dr. Mark Greene, who had overseen the DNA testing, had tampered with the results, manipulating the data to make it appear as though this woman was Jack's long-lost daughter. But why? What would drive someone to go to such great lengths to deceive two grieving men? The answers came in a dramatic and emotional confrontation, one that revealed the true identity of the fake Abigail. In a twist that no one saw coming, it was disclosed that the imposter was Mark Greene's sister, a revelation that sent shockwaves through Salem. The scene in the park was tense and loaded with emotion. Abigail, still playing her part, spoke openly to Mark about the difficulties she faced while carrying out their elaborate plan. She admitted that the deception had weighed heavily on her, but Mark, ever the supportive brother, reassured her that their real family would always stand by her side. The casual intimacy between them was unsettling, and as she playfully toyed with his tie, she said, "Thanks, man." Mark's response was the final confirmation of their relationship. "You're welcome, sis." The reveal left viewers with more questions than answers. Why had Mark and his sister orchestrated such an elaborate ruse? What was their endgame? And perhaps most importantly, who were they really working for? Some suspect that Clyde, ever the manipulator, was pulling the strings behind the scenes. After all, it was his tip that set Chad on this path in the first place, and Clyde has a long history of bending people to his will. Could it be that Mark and his sister are working for Clyde, carrying out his dark plans for reasons unknown? Others believe that this twisted plot goes deeper than Clyde's machinations. It's possible that Mark and his sister are acting out of revenge for the deaths of their parents, who may have been wronged by Jack or others in Salem. This theory raises the stakes even higher, suggesting that the fake Abigail's appearance was just the first step in a larger, more sinister plan designed to exact vengeance on those who hurt their family. As this explosive storyline unfolds, viewers are left anxiously awaiting what comes next. With the truth about the fake Abigail now out in the open, the question remains, how will Chad and Jack react to this devastating betrayal? Will they seek justice for the emotional torment they've endured, or will the revelation of Mark and his sister's true motives lead them down an even darker path? And what about the other residents of Salem? John's involvement in this tangled web of deceit still hasn't been fully explained, and it's unclear what role he might play in the coming days. As for Clyde, if he truly is pulling the strings, how far will he go to protect his interests? And what will happen when the people of Salem finally realize the depth of his involvement? One thing is certain, this storyline is far from over. With so many unanswered questions and dangerous players still in the game, Salem is poised for even more shocking twists and heart-stopping drama. The revelation of the fake Abigail's true identity is just the beginning, and the consequences of this discovery will ripple through Salem for weeks to come. Will Chad and Jack find a way to bring Mark and his sister to justice? Or will the Greene siblings' plans unravel in ways no one expects? Our TV channel Soap News and Spoilers is the place for those who want to know how the Salem story goes, as well as great Days of Our Lives updates and news. So subscribe to our channel to get what you want. Bye-bye.